Hello, welcome to Lesson 5. I am so happy to have you here. Today, we will be working on formal emails. And as usual, I'm going to teach you how to organize a format, how to deal with register. I'm going to give you useful expressions and the opportunity to practice as well. When do we use formal emails? We use formal emails for different situations. One of them is to apply for a job, a scholarship, or a study opportunity. Another situation is to complain about something. It could be a product that we bought, a service that we received, and we want a replacement or a refund. Situation number 3 is to make suggestions about something. We also use formal emails to request information and many times to give information as well. But don't worry, you will always be told what to include in your email, either because you're sitting for an exam and you have the instructions, or because you are in real life and somebody sends you an email with what they need you to provide them with. So let's speak about format. Format has to do with the organization. We are going to use this example today, which is a letter or an email of application for a scholarship. So now I will give you a minute to pause the video, stop and read the situation. So it's your time to stop the video and read. Now that you have read the situation, we're going to see how to organize our formal email. Formal emails have a salutation, a greeting. Then you can organize your information in 3 or 4 paragraphs. There is a final salutation at the end, and we finish by signing with our name and surname. In this case, the one that you have just read, the scholarship, we are going to organize it in this way. We will start by greeting Miss Brown. So we will start with Dear Miss Brown. Then we will include 3 paragraphs with information. In the first paragraph, I'm going to use the reasons for writing. I'm going to apply for the scholarship. I'm going to introduce myself and mention these 2 important things that appeared in the advertisement: my age and the fact that I am a student. In paragraph number 2, I'm going to speak about how important languages are for my career, which is tourism. And in paragraph number 3, I'm going to mention some personal qualities that could help me do well at the course. So I will say I'm responsible, committed, and sociable. I will finish with a final salutation and with my name and surname. Let's take a second now to check that everything in the format is there on the email and how I applied all these different points of the format into the email. So again, I'm going to give you some time to pause the video, stop, and read the example. Now that you have read the example, we're going to work on register. We are writing a formal emails, and formal emails have these characteristics. First of all, number 1 and number 2, vocabulary, expressions, and linkers are formal. We use the formal ways to speak. Number 3, there are no contractions. Remember that we don't use contractions in formal pieces. Number 4 tells us that one of the characteristics of a formal email is the tone. The tone will be indirect. We will be asking things in a long way. So instead of saying, "Can you help me?" we are going to say, "I was wondering if you could help me," or "I would be grateful if you could help me." Then number 5 is another characteristic, is that sentences are longer because we are being more formal. And finally, I will repeat this many times today, but name and surname to finish our email. So in our case, we're going to see how these things are applied into our letter. Let's look at the red ticks. Look at the vocabulary and the expressions, how they are formal. Offering scholarships, I feel I would be suitable for the course. Can you see how formal that is? Look at the blue ticks with the formal linkers. Therefore, instead of so, and thank you in advance. So you want to express gratitude, but you do with a formal expression. Of course, there are no contractions. Let's look at the yellow tick in the first paragraph. Look at the fact that she says, this Sophie says, I would like to apply for one of these. I would like to, so the request is long, okay? Of course, as you see in the green tick, sentences are long. Look at that first sentence in the first paragraph. I have seen your advertisement offering scholarship for the basic French course, and I am writing because I would like to apply for one of them. That is a longer sentence. Finally, look at the fact that we deal with names in a different way. We start with Dear Miss Brown, so we mention her surname, and then at the end, we finish with Sophie Helm, name and surname. Let me give you useful expressions that you can use in your formal emails. This is something you need to take into account. If you are starting an email of application, you can use one of these expressions. I have seen your advertisement and I would like to apply for. Or directly, I would like to apply for one of the scholarships I saw advertised on your website. You can choose if you want to mention the advertisement first or second. I am writing with regard to your advertisement regarding the search for a receptionist at the Ritz Hotel. So you can use these expressions to open your email of application. In the case of an email of request, you could start introducing yourself and then explain your request. So I am a marketing assistant at PepsiCo and I have read your advertisement for a new marketing research software. I am interested in your offer and I would like to ask you a few questions about this product. Once you finish that, in the following paragraphs, you will ask your questions. Same things for the other opening expressions. Take a second, pause the video and read them. If you want to take down notes, this is very, very useful. If you write an email to complain, it's very important that you make it clear. Of course, we want to be polite. Politeness is something that will always be present in our writings. We can't be rude in a formal writing, but we can complain while being polite at the same time. So I'm writing to complain about the terrible customer service I received from your sales department. Or I am writing with regard to your offer of a ring light on Amazon. I am absolutely dissatisfied with the product. So you are being polite and at the same time you are complaining. Let's turn to other expressions that you could use as you are opening your email. Thank you for your letter regarding, or in reply to your letter of May the 8th, I am writing to answer your questions. Of course, as I always say, we need to use our common sense and use the best expressions suitable to the context. If you are requesting for information or action, you could use any of these expressions. These are normal requests, but we are making them a little more formal. So you have, I would like to ask you if, could you please tell me where? I would be grateful if you could send me. This is one of my favorites. I would be interested in having more details or more information. I would like some information about this and that. So you're making your request more formal by adding these indirect expressions. Of course, sometimes you will have to express gratitude, so remember to start with I would like to thank you, I would like to express my gratitude for, and make it more formal. In the case of complaining, here you have a lot of expressions that you can use. I would like to complain, I am completely dissatisfied with, the product is not what I expected, I am not satisfied with the service, I would like to ask for a refund, or I would be grateful if you could give me a full or a partial refund. So remember, refunds or replacements are things you can ask for in an email that you complain. Then, to close, there are some useful expressions that you need to take into account. I am looking forward to hearing from you if you expect an answer. Thank you in advance for your answer. I hope that I get a positive answer. Should you require any further information, please do not hesitate to contact me. That is a wonderful expression in case the person reading your email needs more information. I would like to thank you in advance for this information. I am available for an interview if you consider it convenient. You can include this one if you are searching for a job, applying for a job, or the scholarship. It's our time to practice. So here you have two tasks that I suggest for practice. This first one, as you work, remember, write without fear. Plan what you're going to write. As you plan, think of the format, then produce, use your register, use your expressions very carefully. In this case, we're writing formally. We have a list of expressions, and then at the end, polish. Remember, check everything, check the punctuation, check for repetitions, check that everything is communicated clearly. Here you have a second task in which you are applying for a job. So this is a very good practice. I really recommend that you practice using this because this is real life. We apply for jobs, and so it's very, very useful. As a recap for today then, we've seen the format, these special salutations, the paragraphs, and the fact that we use name and surname or first and last names in formal emails. And we've seen expressions for the salutations, for opening paragraphs, and for different functions.
Espero que esta clase te haya servido y no olvides suscribirte y pinchar la campanita. Recuerda que si quieres aprender inglés conmigo, puedes unirte a Academia Pro, que incluye cursos completos como este, masterclasses, ejercicios, material en PDF, corrección de writings y además clases en vivo semanales conmigo para los niveles A1 hasta B2 por 17 € mensuales. Es decir, con estos 17 € tienes acceso a todo: cursos pregrabados, clases en vivo por nivel semanalmente conmigo y corrección de writings de manera personalizada. También podrás escribirme tus dudas y preguntas a mi mail o en la plataforma. Y si te vienes, me las preguntas directamente en las clases en vivo. Cada clase tiene su PDF que te puedes descargar o ejercicios para que puedas practicar lo aprendido. Podrás encontrar todo lo que necesitas para aprender inglés. Si te quieres informar, tienes aquí debajo en la descripción del vídeo el enlace. Y no olvides de seguirme en Instagram, donde todas las semanas doy tips y recursos para mejorar tu inglés. Mientras tanto, sigue disfrutando de estos materiales gratuitos que iré subiendo en YouTube. Bye for now!